Hey there, it's Catherine Chess, your nutritionist and healthy living coach. I want you to know that you deserve to have your best health ever. And what happens when we're not in great health? It's just a message that's being sent to your body. A small whisper, and then they get louder and louder. Your body says, please take care of me. You have a bigger mission in life. You have more to do. And when you're not feeling good, you can't rock your mission. So I made this webinar just for you, so you can learn the simple steps that it takes to find perfect health and get your body back to balance. But take what you need, leave the rest, and incorporate one or two of the steps a week. And pretty soon, you'll be on your way to great optimal health. Enjoy the webinar and let me know how you like it. Reach out to me at www.catherinechess.com. That's KATHRYNCHESS.com. Thanks and enjoy. I am so happy you're here. Welcome. Are you ready to transform your relationship with food? Bring your body to its perfect weight and give yourself the extreme self-care that you deserve? Well, you're in the right place. So many of the lovely ladies that I work with give and give and give to everyone else, and when it comes to them, they burn themselves out. So today I'm going to give you a little hormone balancing 101. But first, I'd like to show you that you're not broken and there's nothing to fix. Look at this poor woman. She is going crazy. She's got a to-do list that's a mile long. Her poor child is right on her shoulder. She probably couldn't get daycare, and the baby's crying. The cat's demanding her attention. She's working like a dog, and she's shoving her food in her face really super mindlessly. She's just really unhappy, and you can tell her stress levels are super high. And not to mention, she's a little chubby. This was me, so I can so relate. But what I want you to know is you're not broken, and there's absolutely nothing to fix. All you need is a simple upgrade. Let me explain what an upgrade is. It's like when you upgrade your computer. Your computer's not really broken, but when you give it an upgrade, it simply runs more efficiently. And when you're running more efficiently and your hormones are balanced, you're much happier. So, wouldn't you like an upgrade? I know I would. Before we can upgrade anything, we need to identify the root cause. So doctors look at symptoms. As a functional medicine practitioner, I look at what's underneath those symptoms and what could be creating your imbalances in your body. Let me give you a good example. You have a cold, but maybe that cold is there because your immunity is low. You have nutritional deficiencies. Or for example, you have kidney infections and renal failure. Well, kidneys in Chinese medicine absorb stress. So it could be because of physical trauma that you've experienced. Or looking at mental and emotional stress. Usually there's something underneath what's going on with you. And when we can get to the root cause, we can heal you so much more efficiently. Today I'm going to give you the simple steps that you can take right away to bring your body and your life back to balance. You can live the balanced life that you feel like you're made for. You can be perfectly imbalanced. So many women feel like they really need to be perfect. And I'm here to tell you that perfection is the lowest standard. Why is perfection the lowest standard? It's because you'll never achieve it. We work so hard to be perfect, and because we'll never achieve it, we're always failing. So before we get into this, I want you to know what makes me an expert at balancing your hormones naturally. So 25 years ago, I lived with a man who was pretty verbally abusive. And in the end, he got really physically abusive. I was a mess. I was raising a very, very active 7-year-old. And my husband was giving me so much grief, so much just trauma in my life. So I got fat and frumpy, and I never really felt good. But I just kept plowing through life because that's what I'd learned to do in life, right? So fast forward, that man who wasn't so nice was always sick, and one day he died. And I was left to raise my very active 7-year-old all by myself. And although it seems like something that was really sad that it happened, our journey has been delightful, and it was exactly what we needed to live our best lives today. So today at 55 years old, I'm happier and healthier than I've ever been in my life. So that's practical training one-on-one, right? I've been where you are, probably worse. I would be shopping for my family for dinner right after work, starving, and one of my favorite things to eat was French bread. You know, you walk in the supermarket and you smell that French bread, and it smells so delicious and amazing. I would grab a loaf of French bread and walk through the supermarket to get dinner. And as I was just going through what I wanted for dinner, I would eat the entire loaf of French bread. So when I went to check out, I had to grab a second loaf for my family and ask the cashier to charge me for both loaves, an empty one and a full one. Well, as humiliating as this was, it went on month after month, day after day, and I didn't know how to stop it. I was such an overeater. Boy, did I wish they had automatic checkout then. I would eat cartons of Ben & Jerry's, everything but the kitchen sink. That was my favorite, right over the sink. So luckily, I kind of saved myself. I did save myself. I became a nutritionist to save my life. And I trained with Sarah Gottfried in the Hormone Cure. I also trained to be an acupressurist. That's an acupuncturist without the needles. I learned that as an acupressurist, I could heal myself learning Chinese medicine. So today, I know Chinese medicine. I was working a super stressful 50-hour-a-week job doing the acupressure, and that wonderful job laid me off with severance and unemployment. It was great. I got to go back to school, become a nutritionist, and here I am today. And I trained with, like I said, I trained with Sarah Gottfried. She is an Western medicine gynecologist. She went to Harvard and MIT. She believes in the science, but she also believes that you can balance your hormones naturally. So I follow her model and her protocol. And I've been doing this for quite a while. I have lots of successes. And so I am qualified to help you balance your hormones naturally. First, I think you need to look at what's imbalanced in your life and what is going right. So really look at how much joy do you have in your life? How's your creativity? How are your finances, your career, and all the other things on this circle of life? And really decide which one you need to hone in on to balance your life. What do you need more of? What do you need less of? And looking at how can you live a totally balanced, happy life. So go ahead and take a look at this and kind of decide in your mind what you need more of. As we move through this conversation, we'll talk a little bit more about what you can do to balance your life. But first, let's look at what exactly is a hormone and why are my hormones driving me crazy? So a hormone is simply a chemical messenger in your body. The messenger delivers the message and then it has to detoxify. How does it detoxify? It detoxifies out of your liver. In your liver, there are 6 methylation pathways or detoxification pathways that the used hormones go through. But when your liver is clogged, those hormones can't get out. And so they really work through your blood system, the used hormones that are pretty wonky, and give your body hormonal havoc. So what happens when your hormones are driving you crazy? I love this illustration because it's so true. It's the 7 dwarfs of hormonal imbalance. So really looking at, are you itchy, bitchy, sweaty, sleepy, bloated, forgetful, or maybe you're a little psycho? A lot of my clients say, they come to me, why am I so psycho? I want you to know that your hormones just work like a symphony. And when you balance your life, or when you balance your hormones, it can change your life. Think of a symphony. So we have the cello and the viola, and they're playing beautifully. But some of the other components of the orchestra just aren't in sync. They're a little off, a little out of tune. The whole orchestra totally suffers, and it doesn't sound right. That's exactly what happens with your hormones. Your hormones get out of balance, and you don't feel right. So what are the most important things to do for you to balance your hormonal health? Number 1 is how you eat. Eating is so big. Giving yourself whole, real food, nothing processed, nothing packaged, is so incredibly important. And also how we move really keeps us balanced, keeps our blood sugar balanced. Making sure you're doing something to move this beautiful body that you live in every single day. You need to also hydrate, giving your body the hydration that you need. Our bodies are 95% water. So if you're not hydrated, your body is going to be totally out of sync. How we sleep is super important. But I really believe that there's one more thing, actually 2 more things, that are more important than this. The first is, how do you love your body? What do you say to your body? How do you treat your body? And the second is how we think. Are you beating your body up? Are you telling yourself that you're not good enough? These things actually affect our inner balance. And this is just about repeating this through your life, staying healthy and well, staying consistent. So look at this beautiful woman on the right here in this picture. She is loving the roadmap to hormonal balance. There is a huge roadmap of several things you can see that we're going to go over one by one that will truly heal your hormones. So let's dive in and we're going to get started. Before we get started, I just want you to know the power to make the change is within you. No one, and I mean no one, can take that away from you. You've got the power inside of you, and you can do this. I know, because I was so bad off. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So let's look at your eating. You eat good quality food. Maybe you're eating everything right. or you're eating everything very well. But are you eating right for your body? What subtle messages is your body telling you? I've had clients that have been allergic to broccoli. So you have to really listen to your body and know what your body needs. Look at this chart here on the right-hand side. You can see you need to eat all the colors of the rainbow for good health. You need to stabilize your blood sugar, making sure you're eating throughout the day and curbing your cravings, kicking those cravings to the curb. You need to address any nutritional deficiencies, really looking at what kind of foods are working for you in your body, what kind of foods aren't. What do you need? Do you need a little more magnesium? Do you need a little more calcium? What kind of foods can you get that from? And then this is the biggest piece. Eat only organic. Organic foods are amazing. When you're not eating organic, you're eating pesticides. Pesticides are endocrine disruptors. You know, the FDA says that when we eat GMO foods, foods with pesticides, they really don't hurt you. But those pesticides are made to kill little bugs. Can you imagine what they're doing to your beautiful body? The next piece of this is mindful eating. Eating slow, really chewing your food. There's something in your mouth called amylase. It's a salivary amylase. And if you don't chew your food well, I say chew your food at least 15 times with each bite. That amylase doesn't get released and can't pre-digest your food. And then your digestion can be very poor. These are my, or actually not mine, I got this recipe from one of my mentors, Jamie Doherty. These are ridiculously delicious blueberry truffles. They are so good. They're just pecans, dates, blueberries, and raw cacao, the purest form of chocolate. Really amazing. Better than anything that you're going to get at C's. And so good for you. The next piece of this is to really stabilize your blood sugar. Eating throughout the day, eating whole real foods with lots of nutrients is going to give you this stable, sleek blood sugar that will balance your hormones naturally. And when you stabilize your blood sugar, you feel really, really good. You don't have those crashes. Your insulin levels are right on target. Make sure you're eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if you're still feeling a little imbalanced, throw some snacks in. Like I said, you have to listen to your body to know what you truly need. The next big piece of this is to heal your digestive tract. By healing your digestive tract, you'll eliminate your food intolerances. So really eliminating the food intolerances is big. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go through this. The gut needs good bacteria, beneficial bacteria. So I love raw probiotic sauerkraut to repopulate my gut. If you can't handle that, you could also add some probiotics. In my Delicious Detox and my Fabulous Food Goddess program, we talk a lot about probiotics and healing the gut, getting your gut to a great place where you're going to feel fabulous. The father of medicine, Hippocrates, says that all dis-ease begins in the gut. So when we take these steps to heal our gut, we're going to feel better, live better, and not contract the diseases that you might think might plague you. But there's another piece that I used to miss, and now I always check all of my clients for candida overgrowth and parasites. You might not think you have parasites, but parasites can be a huge reason why you're not feeling great, creating hormonal havoc. And we need a little bit of candida, but when your candida is overgrown, you can get a million different diseases. So if your doctors aren't checking you for that, you need to get to a functional medicine doctor and be checked for candida and parasites. Next, you need to clean your liver and your kidneys. When your organs aren't working right, you're not working right. So look at all these great things that help to cleanse your liver and kidneys. Green drink, my favorite drink, my go-to drink in the morning. Have a little turmeric for inflammation, some herbal tea, some garlic to kill off your parasites, and to keep everything running smooth as silk. And in my programs, you learn some really specific protocols to clean your liver and kidneys. And we'll talk more about that as we go through this. The next step you need to take is to detoxify your body and then reintroduce foods that you could be sensitive to. If you just try and notice if you're sensitive to a food when you're eating it without detoxifying your body, you may never notice. So my delicious detox is eliminating soy, dairy, sugar, caffeine, alcohol, and gluten for about 14 days, and then reintroducing some of these foods to see if you have sensitivities. The 6 common food sensitivities that are out there are dairy, gluten, which is wheat, corn, eggs, nuts, and soy. So we look at those, and then we look at alcohol, because I think that's a big factor in balancing your hormones naturally. Sleep. So many of us aren't getting enough sleep. We keep pushing through life, and when you're not getting enough sleep, your blood sugar becomes super imbalanced. Sleep helps you build your muscles, give you those long, lean, sleek muscles that you're wanting. It makes you feel happier. You're not grumpy all the time because you're sleeping well. Helps you to lose weight and promotes it. And your stress levels go down when you're sleeping well. Give me some more sleep, please, is what I'm saying. So sleep is really like your bank account, your investment. If you want more energy, you'll sleep tonight and be more effective tomorrow. Let's talk a little bit about endocrine disruptors. What is an endocrine disruptor? Endocrine disruptors are just chemicals that interfere with your hormonal symptoms. We talked about pesticides, but what else is an endocrine disruptor? Well, your shampoos that have lots of chemicals, your cleaning products, maybe the lotions you put on your bodies. All of that can be endocrine disruptors. But there's a lot of chemicals and toxins in our environment that we don't want to even mess with. And the hard part is we don't know what those chemicals are or where they're coming from. So what you can do to control this is look at what you're doing personally. Again, with your soaps, your lotions, your shampoos. And something interesting that I just found out, there's a chemical on receipts. It's called bisphenol A, and it's on your receipts. So when you touch those receipts, you get this chemical or an endocrine disruptor on your receipt. So unless I really need that receipt anymore, I don't take them. And I suggest you do the same. We talked a little bit about hydration, but I'm going to give you the rule of thumb for hydration. You take your weight, whatever you weigh today, cut that in half, and that's how many ounces you should be drinking in water every single day. What I do is I fill a big glass jug up with my 75 ounces of water, and then I drink the whole thing throughout the day, and I know that I've drank all my water when that jug is empty. Try it on. I think you'll appreciate it. And you'll be so amazed when you're getting enough water with how much better you feel. Here's something that most of my clients have no idea about. Did you know that stress on its own can make you fat? It can make you age faster, and it can cause you to be exhausted. Often this is because of something called adrenal fatigue. And in my programs, we get into adrenal fatigue. We don't have time for that here on the webinar, so I'm just going to let you know that stress, and when your body's trying to chase that saber-toothed tiger is going on, so you're super stressed, your body's not thinking at all about digestion, and everything in your body shuts down. So stress reduction is one of the most important things you can do to balance your hormones naturally. The next is movement. Movement is so vital. It cleans your lymph system and gets all of the toxins out of your system. Here's a picture of me doing yoga. I love to do yoga. I love Pilates. I actually have a reformer in my house, and I love to walk. But some people can't do these things. I've spent a long time with yoga, and look, I can do postures, but many people can't. So one trick to clean your lymph system is just to move your feet, your ankles back and forth like a pump. It moves your pump and gets all those crappy toxins out of your body and out of the lymph system. So what would a talk on nutrition be without talking about supplements? Many people think you can actually balance your body without supplements. My opinion is supplements are totally not forever. They just give you that jump start, the jump start that you need to get your nutrients from your supplements. I use a lot of adaptogenic herbs that actually start healing you instead of just treating the symptoms. And in my programs, I give you a targeted, specific supplement protocol. The other thing you really need to know is, say you go to Walgreens or your local drugstore for your supplements. Well, supplements are not regulated. They have lots of fillers and preservatives. So those kind of supplements can just give you expensive urine. I recommend that you take pharmaceutical grade supplements, and not forever, short-term targeted pharmaceutical grade supplements. Here's the biggest piece of what you can do for yourself to get your hormones in balance and really give yourself the self-care that you deserve. It's loving yourself first. And I had to learn this when my husband was dying, because nobody was going to love me up. I was taking care of everyone. How you treat yourself is how you're inviting the world to treat you. So the more you upgrade yourself, the better you're going to feel in life. One of my favorite exercises is to look in the mirror and say to yourself, I love you. You're amazing. That thing you did today, it was so great. So I challenge you to start looking in your eyes into the mirror for at least 30 seconds a day and tell yourself how great you are and that you love yourself. So that's only a piece of it. What's going to happen is, at first you're not going to feel so good. You're going to say you can't do it. And you're going to start looking in the mirror every day and noticing how that feels. You're going to see your crow's feet. You're going to feel a lot of imperfections. And then after about the 20th day, you're going to get started getting really warm and fuzzy inside. And things are going to change for you. You have to trust me on this one because it's so worth it. I've been doing this exercise for about 20 years and I feel really, really good. I don't think I would have gotten here without truly loving myself. The next step is to learn to listen to your body. You've got this beautiful body that send you incredible messages. But so often we're spinning so fast, we can't hear those messages. So really tap in, tune into your body. In order to do that, I meditate. Use whatever tools you need to really get to the place where you want your body to be. Just going to share with you some really great people I've worked with. This is Patricia. So the doctor told Patricia that she needed a D&C because she was bleeding all the time. Her periods went on forever. And the doctors also told Patricia that she needed to get on birth control. Patricia refused that diagnosis. She came to me, and now she's so happy. Her hormones are totally balanced, and she's actually pole dancing 3 days a week. She's found joy, love, and excitement in her body, and she didn't need to go through that surgery. Great job, Patricia. My friend Layla was so wonderful to work with. She actually says, now, when you work with Catherine, your pants fall off. Let me explain. She gained inner guidance, confidence. She naturally harmonized her hormones. And because she was eating whole, real food and everything was balancing, she went from about a size 12 down to, now I think she's at a 4 or a 2. She's looking really great. So know this, often when you work with me, your pants fall off in a good way. This is Tonya. Tonya had 3 beautiful little boys and a stepson. And she really wanted to give these boys everything. She loved them so much. So she gave them everything, but she gave so much, she gave of herself. And she was so sleepy all the time. We worked together. We got her adrenals back in shape. And now she's there for everyone else in her family. I'm going to tell you about a very special lady. Her name is Patty. Patty loves to volunteer and work for an organization called Build On. They create schools. They build schools throughout the world. And Patty has done a few missions to build schools. But when Patty came to me, her hormones were totally imbalanced. She was about 40 pounds overweight. And today, she's lost that weight, or released, like I like to say, released the weight. And she's feeling really good. Hormonal symptoms, she kicked them to the curb. Great job, Patty. So I'm wondering, are you still confused and wondering what to do first to really start loving your beautiful body? This body that you're living in? What can you do to make it better? I say become a food goddess. What is a food goddess? A food goddess is a woman who loves real food. She enjoys each meal to the fullest. She enjoys it with complete contentment. Her pleasure with food contributes to her deep sense of this personal self-care that nobody can break. She truly takes care of her beautiful body, and she lives a healthy and happy, harmonious life. Wouldn't you like to be a food goddess? Well, I'm here to tell you you can. I've developed a great new program. It's called the Fabulous Food Goddess Group. 3 months to thrive. What this group will do for you is it'll help you get in touch with what you're eating, help you learn to eat natural, delicious foods. And my recipes, they don't take a long time to cook. Healthy, yummy foods in 15 to 20 to 30 minutes. But most of them are on the short end. Really learning to give yourself the food you need, the nutrients you need to bring your body to exactly where you need it to be. This program is all about health, but of course, one of the beautiful byproducts is to get your body to its perfect weight. and then giving yourself the extreme self-care that you deserve. Remember we talked about the giving, 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 giving? You deplete yourself. So how do you find time and a place to make yourself number one? And in my program, that's exactly what I teach. So to find out if this program is right for you, go to my website at www.Catherine, Kathryn, chess.com. Go into the website, click on Coach with Catherine, one of the tabs on the top, and as you scroll down, you'll see Fabulous Food Goddess Group. Click on the Fabulous Food Goddess Group to learn more, and if you'd like, you can schedule a consultation with me, and we can get to the root cause of what's going on in your body, and I'll let you know a lot more about the Fabulous Food Goddess Group. Or there's also another link. If you feel like, yes, sign me up, I'm in. There's a link on that site to have you sign up now. We start on the 29th of September, and this group is so much fun. All the women in it, I've run it twice before. They text each other. They keep each other accountable. And so you're learning and growing with another wonderful group of women to hold each other in a space where you support each other and really enjoy each other to get through this journey together. Would love to have you in my group. Please click on the link to learn more. If you have any questions, contact me at Kathryn@KathrynChess.com. I can't wait to meet you and help you to live your best, have your best health, and your happiest life ever. This is Catherine Chess, your nutritionist and healthy living coach. I help you to harmonize your hormones naturally. Welcome back. How did you enjoy the webinar? Are there some steps that you're going to incorporate? Do you now want to be a fabulous food goddess? You should see the results that so many beautiful women are getting that are still in the current program. They actually keep each other accountable. They are not only bringing their bodies to their perfect weight, they're gaining confidence, and they're loving this beautiful temple that they live in, learning to really stand for themselves in this world, and their health issues are clearing up. I'd love for you to be a part of it. Just hop over to my website, www.KathrynChess.com. Click on Health Coaching, and then scroll down to the tab that says Fabulous Food Goddess. Check out the page, learn a little bit more about it, and click on the link to register. Or if you're still not totally clear that this is a program that's right for you, click on Schedule a Consultation with Catherine, and I'll tell you all about it. We can just chat like girlfriends and see if the program's right for you. Thank you. Can't wait to see you in my group. This is Catherine Chess, your nutritionist and healthy living coach.